Hello, I hope everyone is okay out there. This is P2 Mak, so I'm just here to continue from where I ended. Yes, so in my previous video, I was answering 2011, both transformation part and section A. Yes, Lexis. Okay, so let's quickly look at transformations. So this is 2010 internal exam paper 2. Yes, so I've picked randomly as usual. It's a random selection. So number 2. The question is, we failed to visit you because the road was bad. Yes. So as you can see, this is a conditional sentence. Okay, type number 3. So I've made a video on conditions, so you should look it up. Yes. So this is an impossible condition. Yes, I won't go in details explaining each type of condition. So an impossible condition can never happen. Why? Because it refers to the past. It refers to the past. So as you can see, we failed to visit you because the road was bad. Okay? Yes. So the condition here, the road was bad. That's it. Okay. So here we are going to rewrite starting with but for. But for. So how can we transform such a sentence? But for. So what should come in your mind is that what should follow but for is the condition. So what was the condition here which made this person not to visit not to visit you? Okay, so we simply say but for. The condition is but the road was bad. So we say but for. So was changes to being is the present participle. So but for the road being bad, comma. So when using conditional sentences, type number 3, we are supposed to maintain the use of would have plus a verb in past participle. So what verb are we going to change? We change visit to its past participle, which is visited. So say we would have visited you. So have you seen the way I have just transformed this sentence? So make sure to use we would have plus a verb in past participle. Okay, so in this case we would have visited you. Yes. So under type number 3, they can start with had. They'll just say had transform. Yes. So if they start with had, we simply say had it not been for the road being bad, comma, we would have visited you. So maintain the we would have plus a verb in past participle. We would have. Yes. Okay. Let's go to 7. 7. She's so intelligent that she will be selected for grade 10. Okay, so this is a result. It falls under the topic called results. So if you see something like this, transform a sentence using she is 2. So here we'll just say 2 goes with 2. Okay? So goes with that. These 2. Our bread and butter. So she is 2. So we say she is too intelligent. So 2 goes with 2. So we say she is too intelligent to fail the egg. She is too intelligent not to be selected. Sorry about that. She is too intelligent not to be selected. Not to be. Yes, we will maintain not for 2. Not to be selected. Not to be selected for grade what? Grade 10. Okay. So as you can see, the examiners are very tricky. Okay, so have you seen? She is too intelligent not to be selected for grade 10. So another question that is common that I've seen is, I'm very sick, I must see a doctor. I'm very sick, I must see a doctor. So how can I transform this sentence using to? I'm too. Okay, so I'm too sick not to see a doctor. That's your answer. I'm too sick not to see a doctor. Okay, so that's how we answer such questions on results. Let's go to number 8. He rarely goes to the village. He rarely goes to the village. So how can you transform this using rarely? Okay, so here we will use what is called inversion. Inversion structure. There are rules where we start with the auxiliary verb first before the subject. So the auxiliary verb here will use go will change to what? Rarely does. Okay. Then we'll use the subject he. Rarely does he go to the village. Village. It's as simple as drinking water, guys. So as you can see, they don't use rarely, they can use seldom. Okay? Yes. So we have to know this. Yes. They can also use barely. Okay? They can also use hardly. You're supposed to know this. Okay, let's go to number 3. The president and 10 other government officials are touring our village. So the question says use as well as instead of and. So how can you transform this sentence? We are going to remove and replace it with as well as. Okay, so this sentence will simply be the president as well as 10 other government officials is touring our village. Are will change to is. Why? Because are is a plural auxiliary verb. So change to a singular auxiliary verb, which is. Okay, why? Why am I changing this? Because what they've mentioned is the president here, singular subject. So the singular subject is supposed to agree in number with the singular auxiliary verb. It's called subject-verb agreement. Okay, so most of you guys who've learned this at school, this topic at school, especially my Form 2, you will attest to this. Okay? Yes, I know you agree with me. That's how we change, because they've mentioned the president. So this phrase as well as will not change the number of subjects mentioned. How many subjects have there been? The president, okay? Yes. So the president as well as 10 other government officials is how change to is. That's the only change that will take place there. Okay. So we haven't changed the meaning. That's the key under transformations. It's not to change the meaning. Okay. So thank you so much for having watched the video from the start to the end. Okay, so if you want more of this, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Those of you guys watching me on YouTube, and if you are watching me on TikTok, follow, like, yes, and tell your friends about P2 Mak. Also, if you're watching me on Facebook, like, comment, share, and tell your friends about P2 Mak too. For registration, those of you guys who want online tuition, if you are very far from here, yes, so if you can't manage to come physically, so just simply give me a direct call or a DM, direct message. I'll respond to you. Okay, we also do online tuitions at an affordable fee. Yes, the future is bright, especially my grade 12s will be writing. Yes, even the GCEs are welcome. I know you still have ample time. Oh yes. Okay, so I'll end here. Watch out for my next video. Remember, we are answering up to 1990. We are going in descending order. Okay, so thank you so much. This has been P2 Mak. I wish you all the best and have a blessed Sunday.